You mentioned another thing earlier, which is another thing that Harlem always been about, and you mentioned earlier. Now you see how it's got massively commercialized, but the swag and the fashion when you mentioned Dapper Dan and all that, you want to talk about like how the fashion that you saw maybe back then from that era evolved into this big thing you see now.
Back then, we didn't have no Fat Farm and Sean John and
Nah, way before that.
Rockaway. No,
Yeah,
that's
way
what, but
before,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. They didn't have none of that. So back then, all they had was like Calvin Klein and Jordache, which y'all don't even know Jordache no more. The Devil jeans, you know what I mean? And then we had the dress pants, the overlaps, the AJs, the bricks, the teardrops. You know what I mean? But these was clothes that you had to put together your fashion. You couldn't go nowhere and see a mannequin and say, give me that. Later on, that's when they started getting into the name brand like that and go see the Versace shirt, everybody want one. They see a Coogee sweater, everybody want one. You know what I mean?
But that's good.
some
That's
Harlem
but,
shit,
but that's what
though.
I'm trying to
That's
say.
a-
That
that's
what you're saying is that basically
Create our fashion.
not only did you have to, because you was getting the bag, it didn't mean that you had the swag. You had to have the creativity.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly,
want
everything.
this swag to match me.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, when I left, New York was with the trendsetters. You know what I mean? I come back and New York following everybody else. I don't understand.
That was never the case.
Never. Everybody wanted to dress in big. When I wore something down to Virginia or D.C. or wherever, and every state had their own fly fashion, like D.C. had the Indian jackets, the leather jackets with the frills.
With the frills, I remember
Yeah,
those.
that come around. That was
leather
DC.
jackets.
Then you go over to Baltimore, they had the Looney Tunes leather jackets with the Mickey Mouse on the back. You know what I mean? So when you go down there and sell a couple of keys down there at the harbor, you grab a couple of jackets for you and your homies and a couple of your girls, and now you got your team wearing the Disney Looney Tune jackets, you know what I mean? Or the DC joints, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, like sneakers. You go down to like Virginia, they was wearing like, what was that? What the hell was the name of that? Champion.
Champions.
They were champion sneakers. We would never wear them up here. We
Yeah,
were straight
never-
Nikes. I'm making the clothes look good. The clothes ain't making me look good. You know what I mean? That's how a real player think. You know what I'm saying? Dude say, I'm going to get this jacket, then I'm going to be fly. No, the jacket's not going to make you fly. You fly if you ain't got nothing on. You can be fly with a wife beater and a nice chain. You don't look better than a nigga with a Mickey Mouse $2,000 jacket on. You know what I mean?